Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to the second day of the Click City League circuit. I am Richard Face McGee, back on the mic for however long as I can be, and I'm going to be joined with Ari for hopefully a lot of the time that's going on here.
What's up?
Not much. How are you feeling about today? We're going into the bracket now. It's going to be best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So a lot more games, a lot more adaptation.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be it's gonna be good games that are gonna be coming out today, and I hope that the teams that at least draft well and they are able to come out and play to the fullest. I want to see close games. I don't want to see like landslides in a way, like it's just one side. I want to see I want to see games that are very, very high intensive and that we can actually dive in deep into the conversation.
Yeah, I feel like even if there is going to be a landslide, it's probably going to be the teams meeting up early on and just to kind of get hit with something a little bit sort of different, sort of get them off their own rhythm. But then hopefully into that next game, there's going to be the adaptation to kind of settle in, and everyone can have some solid league that comes through. And we have 2 teams that can definitely do that. Between old SWL. The dyslexia is kicking in real hard. But
you can call them Old Swole.
Old school?
Old Swole.
Oh, Swole. Okay,
yeah.
Old Swole.
Yeah.
All right. Beefy boys.
Exactly.
Up against the U of O and
University of Ottawa.
Ooh,
champions before.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, they were just talking about that, how they were they're kind of defending, and that's a really strange position to kind of put yourself in. That it's oh, we have people know who we are and what we're about, even though you have some different teammates this time around. There's still there's a precedent to be kept.
I agree, 100%. I want to see some good games, and we'll see what the teams can come up with today in terms of the draft. It does look like they're going to go with the first Syndra ban. That champion has always been.
And so with that early ban, we're going to be popping over to the bracket. So as you can see, you're going to have Sakura and One Way Gaming fighting over who gets out of the losers bracket. And
uOttawa versus Old Swole is going to be
what we're watching right now. Going to be seeing who's going to be fighting Sakura versus One Way Gaming, and we've been seeing Sakura kind of becoming more and more
they've been a really good team. Yeah, they've been a really good team for a really long time. They have really consistent players, and their style is very, very aggressive. They know how to push forward for the early lead advantage that they can generate.
Yep.
So.
And what you missed in draft was a Kaisai ban and a Pantheon ban, and I'm so glad to see that Pantheon ban because Panth was getting through all day yesterday.
I agree, strongly agree. It's that's a champion where it's either just a must pick or ban. If you don't ban it, then it's definitely going to be a first pick up closer to Xayah. It's more of a priority pick for any player who wants to just have top early advantage.
Yeah.
You can also another reason why the champion is actually strong is because you can flex him 3 ways. You can do top, jungle, or mid. You can even do him support, to be honest, because of how his kit works.
Yeah. I think we've seen there's been a lot of times where I feel like almost people have sort of played a game of chicken with Panth, where they choose them early and they're and then they choose an aggressive support, and they're are we doing it? Are we doing the kill bot?
Yeah.
What are we doing with this whole thing? So
I would expect the first pick to come over would be a Xayah pick if they do want to go with the Xayah, since Xayah is up. Kaisa is banned, so I would have assumed that they should just go with a Xayah pick. Instead, they're probably going to go...
That's I can understand the Kate. That's just a really...
it could be a hover, but I would assume... It could be. So it is a Caitlyn lock. I would have probably liked to see a more Xayah pick because she is open, and her kit is she's probably one of the strongest ADCs in the game at the moment. So I would have assumed she would have been picked up first. We'll see what.
We did see some strong play yesterday between the Kate and Morg for uOttawa. So that might be just a really stable standard pick.
Yeah, and they're gonna go for the Caitlyn. They're probably gonna pick the Morgana, so they can probably take it away.
Yeah.
Xayah and Rakan are both still up, though, so I would have assumed if any team does want to take that, they could.
Yeah.
That's a very, very strong duo, and that is a duo that...
by design.
Yeah, getting the Xayah and Rakan is good, but honestly, maybe uOttawa has, an answer and probably to it if they do pick it, but...
Well, I mean, the idea is that, a lot of, the CC that could have been coming through, so having more, I think Morgana is going to be really stopping a lot of these sort of aggressive pushes that we've seen early on, going down bot lane, trying to get some some steamroll going on. But
I'm assuming they had an answer for the Xayah already, so they probably didn't want to pick it up first. I don't I would have assumed they would have been like, you know what, we'll first pick Caitlyn, and then we're going to have an answer to the Xayah if they do want to pick her. We're not going to prioritize her, and then we're going to see what their picks are. And if they do pick Xayah, we have an answer. So we'll see what if they do have an answer. They do go with the Olaf pick. Very aggressive.
Yes.
Very aggressive.
It's a little strange to see because Caitlyn like wants to sit so far back, and it's like a very like kind of like safe AD to then have such a like forward rushing jungler.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love to see a Kayle here with a Kayle Olaf combo that could come out. I think that would be really good because generally speaking, a Kayle Olaf combo is just Kayle ulting an Olaf at full speed and going in without. He has immunity to CC, full speed immunity, and so I feel like that'd be really good.
And we're seeing the Karma come in. That's probably is that a support or is that a mid?
Honestly, that could be flexed in support or a mid.
Yeah.
I would have seen. I don't know.
I think I prefer the mid. Honestly?
Maybe. It's just that Karma is, to me, I would have assumed if they were going to pick a support, I think that Karma is overall in the game, what people usually do is that if Morgana is picked, they do a Karma answer. Karma is just a really good answer to Morgana. If you get binded by Morgana, you can just speed up and you have the shield, so you won't be. Yeah.
But you still have that, but really the bind is going to be happening more dangerously inside the team fights, which you'd figure you're going to be able to.
It's easier to dodge Morgana binding when you have the Karma speed and have Karma shields that are empowered with you. Yeah. So even if a Morgana does bind you, then the majority, even if a Karma does get binded, she still has a shield to her empowered shield to get through that. So I'm pretty sure they picked the Karma to empower Olaf.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, and I think like a strong Karma with the ability to like, speed up the Olaf and also do kind of like her own sort of little shenanigans here and there, while also being like, well, if Olaf gets bursted before we can even do anything like that, we still have this really strong protective force for Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Like on either side. So it's gonna be hard like if the Karma's like playing on top to really burst like the sort of Caitlyn early. And you're kind of already seeing that like they're not going for that, having the Gragas down. Like
the only thing that I see that's kind of weird is that they did pick the Gragas. Gragas is a good pick. He's one of the strongest junglers at the moment, but into an Olaf is actually not that proficient because Gragas into an Olaf, it's really rough for Gragas early on because of how much overall damage that Olaf can do to a Gragas. Gragas doesn't really have that much of an, even if at level 6, the Gragas still loses that matchup no matter what. It's very, very hard for Gragas actually. If it's an Olaf main and a Gragas main going up against each other, Olaf will almost come out on top the majority of the time because Gragas can't contest whatever Olaf puts out. So, so far, if they do want to continue on with an Olaf speed comp, I would have assumed that they could do Karma mid and then probably do a Lulu or another Enchanter support for the Olaf, or they could pick up the Kayle. The Kayle is still an open option, but instead they do pick up the Shen.
Yeah.
It's a very like defensive comp that I'm already like seeing.
Yeah, well, this is like definitely like I think when you see the Olaf down, like you're going like, okay, well that's a character that you plan around. Like that's definitely like a comp creator. So like, it makes sense that they're going for like a very sort of kind of almost like a slow down defensive.
Yeah, as
choice.
I said before, they're probably going to go with the Kayle so they can. The Kayle Olaf combo is actually legitimately insane if you're able to pull it off. That scales so well. Honestly, leaving the Kayle and the Olaf open, it is like if they do execute this, it's going to be Olaf is going to pop off 100%. If he does get an early lead, Olaf, it's two ways. If Olaf gets a lead, he'll pop off. And if Kayle gets a lead, she'll pop off too. It's both like, it's a win-win situation no matter what.
Yeah.
So, and LeBlanc does come in if they do want to answer for the LeBlanc. I would have assumed maybe a Lysandra could be coming in as their mid laner. So far, they have like extremely defensive comp versus an extremely aggressive comp. So they have a Morgana and a Gragas and a Shen. They don't have anybody who's actually, straight up.
Yeah, there's the Vlad.
And they are going with the more scaling. So I'm pretty sure for...
there's going to be some major slowdown coming over from the red side,
Major. For Old Swole, they're going to be going with a more defensive, slower comp coming in. With the Shen, probably, I'm assuming they just want to put everything, as I said, into the ADC. Eli has been a very consistent player throughout this whole series, this whole tournament.
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he's going to... Vladimir is also a really good pick into LeBlanc if played correctly. I
also feel like it's going to be, it's going to kind of like pair up really well with like the sort of like Morg to be like, hey, you want to like team fight into us?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you're right. It's a good pick into LeBlanc 100% because even if LeBlanc wins early levels, but eventually Vladimir will just heal all of his damage that LeBlanc puts out, and LeBlanc won't be like a challenge either way. But it does really seem like for uOttawa, it's we're gonna pick the Kayle Olaf. We're gonna empower our Kayle, empower Olaf. We're gonna empower everybody on our team to go on and straight dive into your comp no matter what. So
yeah, and that's I think that's like a really good like first game plan to go on there. Be like, hey, we're gonna test you. We're gonna push you, see what you do, and then next game, win or loss, we can adapt to that. Because
it's a very fast comp versus a very slow comp. If Caitlyn does fall behind, it's not gonna be that good, honestly.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like now you have to look at this bot lane, and you now have like a more aggressive bot lane that if Gragas comes down at the right time and they start rolling, it's going to kind of make things a little quirky for this sort of like all-in comp because you're kind of relying on the karma to at least be able to have something behind it, like at least like some levels at least. And it feels like the Caitlyn's just kind of fail-safe, that if you want to go long, it's like, well, we have Kate, like we can at least like put out damage safely. So
100%. We'll see.
Yeah, and heading in...
We'll see how it goes 100% though.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game between two strong players, and another thing is that like it feels like for old SWL, I guess that's the name that we're going with. They have a more difficult comp to sort of play out. Yeah,
they do. Because they need to the only problem like that comp is very. We're going to shield. We're going to put everything into our ADC. We have a tank top laner. We have a relatively tanky jungler if he does want to go that pathway.
Yeah, we have a disruptive jungler.
Yeah. Very, very like a hyper scaling, but very slow in scaling. And that comp is going to be, we're going to pour resources into our ADC, into our mid laner, and see how it goes, and we're going to see how it goes.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's like you basically, you got like a campfire and you got like a snowball, and you want to get the snowball running but if it hits into that fire and all melts, like it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how it goes with the Kayle and the Olaf combo that could come out. If Olaf does get an early lead onto the Kayle, or the Olaf gets a lead with the Kayle, if Kayle does get a lead with the Olaf, is going to be extremely good because all Olaf is really going to do is going to invade Gragas' jungle, kill him, and Gragas can't really do anything because Kayle has an ulti that's going to be on top of the Olaf. Into the mid game, if Olaf does want to engage, Olaf can ult, come in with the Kayle ulti, with the Karma shield, empowering him with all the speed.
Oh yeah, he's going to be on you.
He's going to be like, there's no running away from him.
He's a Swedish race car.
Yeah.
Like he's coming to raid your shores, and you ain't going to do anything about it. So just leave leave what you think he's going to want at the front step. He'll just take it out.
Yeah.
But another thing I was kind of considering is that Olaf is able to like super early solo like dragons and stuff like that. But the Morgana on the bot lane feels like that's a more dangerous thing to do because like you don't want to collapse into that space that like Morg can like grab a Q, get the kill, clean up, and like especially like with the sort of early things, and we're seeing the players there. Nice wave. Yeah. That's right. Give a wave.
Give a wave. Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave. How old is that movie?
For the
the Madagascar penguins. Penguins of Madagascar. No wait, that was the Penguins of Madagascar. I guess. I think it's just Madagascar, but they had their spin-off, of course.
Smile and wave, boys.
Yeah. And going into the game. Gotta move out the chat. Don't need the chat. Don't need the BM.
Looks like the pause is coming back, I guess.
And we're going to put on... No, we want the score display. We want the scoreboard. There it is. And we could take out the time controls. I know what I'm doing. Right, so going into this game that's going on here, do you think there's going to be like an invade?
100%.
For which team?
Does look that now that I say it, or is there pause?
No. We're talking about the invade. We're talking about the invade plot.
So I would assume if yesterday when I was casting, when I was watching the games, there was Morgana. Noxia actually played Morgana into Old SWL or another team. I think it was Sakura, and she landed almost every single binding she could.
Yeah, high hit rate.
Yeah, like 99%.
Just a little bit of bio break.
Yeah, 100%. Like she hit every single binding, and early levels, I was about to say, is that she actually invaded into the red side jungle, and she caught Draven off guard, and that disrupted the jungler's pathing, and Draven wasn't able to get an early lead, and Caitlyn got a first kill. She got a 400 gold lead start onto the Draven,
Right.
And Draven didn't take cleanse into Caitlyn Morgana lane, but Noxia was so good at landing the bindings, and Caitlyn was really good.
Yeah.
Pressing forward with her advantage that she got, that it really, really meant a lot for the Caitlyn. And I said before, if the early invade does actually come through with the Morgana, I would have assumed it could be through the bot lane. They do have a lot of, the problem is that their early game is relatively strong with the Olaf, but Kayle doesn't do anything early. LeBlanc is kind of early game too until she gets like level 3 and 4. So if an invade does really come through for the Morgana, and if she does land a binding, I think they'll be like really detrimental for the scaling that uOttawa.
Yeah, I mean, like the only way that like that could go bad is literally walking like face checking the wrong bush at the wrong time, and like there's a lot of like early kind of bursts that can come out there with just like Olaf axe, and then like LeBlanc drops everything, and like if they just kind of drop everything on someone, like that person's down. And that's something that like you kind of have to worry about. But having the Morgan front with like, you know, just a quick Q, oh no, you die afterwards, someone else is going to be a trading there. It's just like, it's going to be a trade, and it's just down to who gets first blood more than anything. So yeah,
it'll be an interesting game.
Yeah, there's a lot of going to be like those like sort of really important choices, I feel, that's like going to happen like really early on.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about how U of O, they have a comp that's going to want to scale quick, and you need to get out of the starting block quick too.
If Kayle scales fast, if she gets early leads, she'll be able to empower the Olaf and herself. It's a win-win situation both ways. If they are able to get that lead, they are able to extend that advantage further and to scale into the mid game and then make Olaf an unstoppable machine that he already is. They can. It does also look like Kayle brought Kleptomancy into the lane as well, into the Shen. She's probably just going to be, you know, farming safe. She's not going to really be doing anything either way.
Making money.
Yeah, she's going to be making a lot of money, 100%. And Olaf does have Conquer and I would have assumed that Conquer would be the better choice into this lane versus a Shen and a Gragas and a Vladimir. So we'll see.
Do you flip the lanes?
Would I flip the lanes?
No, I mean like, would you throw your bot all the way top to then go into a 2v1 to try and slow down Kayle as much as possible?
As long as you're able to get a kill behind, I feel like that's the play.
Yeah.
I like getting that kill behind, making sure she doesn't get to her Gunblade, her Nash's Tooth, her Ginsu's, if she does not get that early as possible, and she doesn't, as if you're able to shut that Kayle down, that's a lot of your damage coming through, and it does
we're seeing the invade from the other side over here.
uOttawa is making a very, very abrasive invade, but
and they're getting kind of collapsed.
Also, does recognize that this is an invade.
And you can see Morg like wanting to go in, and the call is definitely going to come out to be like, hey, just chill out.
Yeah,
like,
as I said, there is most likely going to be an invade. What I would like to see is that maybe right now it's an information given over to Old Swell saying, okay, maybe they're at our red. If they do go for red, we're going to vertical jungle over, and we're going to take their buff instead. So if they actually did, but they didn't opt to take the buff, they're going to just ward and make sure that if they did want to get a pick, they could. But I wouldn't have saw that invade work either way. They have actually no CC.
Yeah,
to actually go in.
There's none. There's other than like damage. Like that's all they're really kind of.
They don't really have any CC to lock somebody down like a Morgana binding. So they did go for the invade. I was very, very confident.
I honestly thought that like we were going to see Old Swole like just kind of collapse on him with that CC advantage. But no blood has been spilt just yet, and we're actually seeing LeBlanc versus Vlad. Morgan going down to the bottom up against Karma. And you've seen shots firing on every cylinder right now.
I want to see what Olaf's pathing will be if in the Gragas, if Patalpa or Aurora would want to path in towards the top lane and make sure they can get the Kayle ahead or behind.
Say that 3 times fast.
Patal.
Just Aurora.
Yeah, I can't say that. If he does play Olaf well, and if his pathing is on point, he'll be. And if he does get the Kayle behind, I feel like that'll be really, really good for him.
Yeah, and that's a lot on these junglers.
Yeah.
And right now we're seeing Kate taking a fair chunk of damage just from like.
She has fleet footwork, so she'll be fine. Yeah. She's not gonna. It's not gonna be not at all detrimental.
Yeah, just like those little sort of HP those little sort of things could mean a lot if there's like the potential of all in. But yeah, that shield too.
The Karma shield is able to definitely block or speed up the Caitlyn, and so that she can sidestep even easier into the lane. She does have fleet, so she will be able to heal that HP back up if she would like to. I would assume this game is probably not going to be highly kill intensive, meaning like there's not going to be like not a lot of bloodshed's going to happen.
I mean, if it is, that's kind of that's kind of not the plan, I think, for either team, and if it just so happens, well, then it happens. There we go. There's the first binding, and the trade going the other way.
Looks like Eiley is 1 HP. He does have the back away. He did hold on to his sums, his heal, and his flash.
Yeah,
but I don't think he'll want to stay any further. It does look like he got chunked, and he will go back and reset. But it's really good for Caitlyn because she can now push in, get the wave to crash into the tower, and then once you have that, you reset, and then the wave will push back into you, denying Eli even more CS than he already has. He's already down 9 CS. If they did want to, they could have pushed it in, backed it, and then afterwards, Caitlyn would have gotten maybe a call or boots and then came back into lane, but I'm pretty sure she wanted to stay. Yeah. So denying Xayah as much CS as possible is probably the best case scenario.
And I believe that like you're seeing that like, there we go, there's the taunt that comes on there. And a pretty good amount of damage
through, but I don't think he'll commit any further.
Nah, I don't see any reason to, but they're still brawling pretty well. But in the bot lane, you're probably seeing that that it really does seem like the old SWL team is kind of focusing on the poke rather than the CS as of this point, trying to get
Xayah
the damage down.
I would say like Xayah just needs time to get out of this lane. It's a really, really bad lane also for Xayah. With Caitlyn, Traps, Karma's empowering shield. Everything that comes out from that, it's just very like poke heavy. So all Eli really has to do is just be able to like survive this lane, get into the mid game, get his items, and then scale into what his Xayah is, making sure he doesn't die. It already kind of looked grim though because he did back with Caitlyn has she has 32 CS up into Eli's 17. It does look like Gragas wanted to look for a gang with a very early Predator booth, but nothing really worked out. So
as far as like that, I think that was more just like a kind of like to try and push away some of the pressure that was coming down on the bot lane. Just be like, give him a little bit of space to be like, hey, I'm around. Keep that in mind. Let him CS a little bit.
Sometimes even in solo queue, it's a good idea. I actually follow this a lot, but it looks like
there we go.
Root does come on to head, but nothing's going to happen. Looks like Olaf does want to go try to steal away Raptors for the Kragas, but he's not going to manage that. But I was going to say, sometimes the threat of a jungler managing... looks
that's
like
really close. There's the biz.
And it flashes in, coming in from the Xayah, and first blood goes for the Xayah. Didn't have the burn heal. Ignite does come through. Flash does come through. And Caitlyn is down and out. As soon as she got hit by the binding, they instantly pulled that trigger. They were like, you know what, we got the binding, we're going to go for it. And that's really, really good. Now, if they push this in, they can push in the wave, reset back, and then Eli will probably have enough gold to get his BF sword.
Yep. Yeah, like definitely like a lot of sort of like a very quick decision making that I had to go on there. And
100%, you land the binding, you go and like no matter what, you just flash in, ignite, and pour everything because Caitlyn's not able to flash out in time, and she, even if she did flash,
nearly did. Like it was close, but
not enough to have an impact.
Yeah, and that's like a lot of sums down. So you're probably the junglers are now going to want to kind of slide their way down bot to the best of their ability and trying to use that as much as possible. But
what I was saying before is sometimes the threat of a jungler is actually more, it could be just as important, if not more important, than like their actual gank. Because establishing a jungler's presence and just like making yourself there and having your presence there is basically saying, hey, I'm Gragas, I'm coming down bot lane, I'm going to have that pressure. It looks like Olaf does secure
get the
Infernal Dragon, which is actually really, really... even if they did lose first blood, they did get the Infernal Dragon back, so that's really, really good for them.
And like that was like definitely getting something out of the back that's going on there.
Caitlyn.
Yeah, but
she doesn't have flash or sums. She doesn't have the
on the in on bindings, but I don't think you plan around bindings. Like, it's still something that's like difficult.
As soon as you land a binding, I would assume like the majority of the time, if you land a binding, that's your chance to go in and to actually like do a lot of damage. Like that's like an opportunity a lot of the time. So Caitlyn is stepping a little too far forward. They don't have any cooldowns at the moment. Karma is forced to flash out. Binding
and
comes
to
the Caitlyn. She doesn't have any flash. She doesn't have a heal, and kill does come through for the Morgana.
There we go.
And as I said, no sums onto the Karma. She just blew her flash, and Caitlyn does not have flash because she burned it earlier.
Yeah, and like I thought that like that next kill in the bot lane was going to be coming from some sort of jungle pressure, but
no.
Just another solid.
She does have TP, she'll be able to get back into the lane and make sure she can get some of that CS.
But overall, that was very, very good pressure coming in from the Shen. What they could do now also is that Shen has TP.
Yes.
And Kayle doesn't have TP. Oh, Kayle also doesn't have ulti. So if Shen does want to make a play towards bot lane, if Shen does want to ult onto the Xayah, onto Eli, and help them out even further to even get them snowballing even further, I feel like that would be just such a solid thing for him to do. He should be looking to ult bot lane right now because Kayle doesn't have any type of global. She doesn't have an ulti, she doesn't have TP, she doesn't even have sums.
Yep.
She has no sums. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity for Shen to come out and to ult onto the Xayah and even further scale this and help this Xayah even scale even harder.
Yeah, and the kind of like the unseen story is Olaf is like hard farming the jungle.
Yeah.
Like that man has not even like he's not even considered.
That's a very, very good bait coming in, but it does look like
but that axe.
Olaf is ready to commit
slows.
and counter gank. LeBlanc is here. Vladimir is not. Flash didn't come from the Xayah.
Got the wrong chain, but there's the hook. Are we going in? Yeah, we're going in.
And
there we go.
Are they going to be able to secure it? They do secure it. Amazing. Never mind. I was going to say amazing tower aggro management from coming out from uOttawa, but it does look like they fumbled it just a bit. They did get a kill onto the Shen and onto the Gragas. Kill just come through with LeBlanc up in CS as well. About 20 CS over the Vladimir and a kill over Pocket. So I think they'll be able to take that. It would have been cleaner, however, if they let Olaf tank one more shot and then LeBlanc.
Yeah.
But I feel like that could have been it was the best thing they could hope for. They did take down the Shen and the Gragas. So.
It's also unfortunate that
Vladimir does flash in with the Tides of Blood coming in, and Karma doesn't have any sums to help her out. Caitlyn doesn't have flash or heal. Are they going to look for the dive? Another binding comes in for Caitlyn, and it does look like she is dead and out to go. No sums. The bot lane is very, very rough right now.
Yeah, it's the rough stuff. And you saw, like, on the other side, the tower aggro management going perfectly. Everyone at a nice sort of even amount of HP, and they're going to be able to go through.
It's as if we had. It's as if we saw you. It was the same play.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, it was basically the same play, but just Old SWL did it better.
just a bit. I mean, like, you do have a lot more movement utility on that inside of that group.
They managed to dive better.
And it was 3 ranged, not 2 melee.
Yeah. They managed to dive better, and they're able to come out on top with that. I think Vladimir is going to be TPing into the Lux dash. Amazing, Gragas.
Okay,
barrel casket.
No.
LeBlanc does
we're not
flash out,
kill, but like
with the distortion coming through. It was an amazing play by the Gragas, being able to body slam into the LeBlanc distortion.
Yeah,
and interrupting her dash. Casket using her Gragas casket to push LeBlanc into the tower range. It does look like LeBlanc did burn her flash, so she wasn't going to die. That was gonna be a 200 IQ play. That was straight up.
I've
never seen a Batman move so fast before. Honestly.
You haven't seen me when I hear that lunch call at home. So tell you what, get myself winded real quick.
Yeah.
But
amazing play from the LeBlanc though.
Yeah.
It was kind of a fumble. If she waited a second longer, she would have died. But she did have to burn her flash, and yeah. So she did have to burn her flash, and she distortion out. Gragas did have to use Casket, and Vladimir was there to help. This lane is going to be, I hope, kind of okay for the Vladimir now. It doesn't look like he's
you're
taking
talking
a lot
about
of damage.
that, and it's not looking that okay.
He is chunked out to about 20%. LeBlanc does distortion in, but I'm pretty sure Vladimir does pull out. They're looking at bot lane. Morgana is tanking the tower. Stopwatch does come in. And she does not die. Heal coming in for Eli.
They didn't even need that. I think they were out, but it's better to play safe.
Yeah. So It does look like Olaf did drop the Herald top lane. Shen does not have flash at the moment. He's
Kale
able
missed
to dash
the,
out. He's going to
missed
be
the
able to
arrow.
run out. Yes, he is teleporting in for the Vladimir
Bye-bye.
almost. And yep, he is able to get out. Tower does go down for bot lane.
And they're setting up on Dragon now.
Yeah, tower's traded 100%. Bot lane tower does go down, and top lane tower does go down as well with the Herald. And it looks like they're going to be starting up the Dragon with the priority that they have. They did see Olaf top lane. So they're going to be, they said as soon as they saw Olaf top lane, they're going to be like, we're going to trade tower for Dragon. I don't think this is the right call for Old Swole, but a Dragon is a Dragon at the end of the day, especially if it is a Mountain Dragon. They do get the tower with the Herald.
Yep. Definitely
All
gonna have
full
that,
plating, and because it was less than 14 minutes in, they did get full plating tower on the first tower for Kale. So a lot of gold to come out of it. She does have a gunblade at the moment, and Shen makes sure that the Herald does not crash into the inhibitor tower.
Yep, very important.
I think that was okay for uOttawa 100%. They did take a whole tower. They took 2 towers with that whole play, with Shen being dead. Well, not being dead. He had to back away.
Accidentally going into Kale, and that's a lot of damage that can come there.
Fantastic coming in for the Gragas. He has 1 HP. Kale gets rid up.
Hook.
She does come out with the ulti, but nothing will happen
very
soon.
surprising. Kind of like
Gragas with 1 HP. Very good from the Kale to actually say maybe Gragas is still going to be hanging around. They are going to take the rebuff Kale.
I think that was just the greed of Raptors, and then that just sort of happened that like the jungler's in there. But I mean, like, hey, like get that adaptation through.
Yeah.
And
Binding does come on through the one, but I don't think she'll be able to take a lot of damage. Plating gold does come through. I would like to see the LeBlanc actually go bot lane right now to the side lane. Usually when you're when bot laner tower is down, you want to, as a mid laner, you have to be able to match your side laner. So Binding does come in for the Morgana. Amazing binding. Ulti does come in. Xayah ulti does come in as well. Morgana is a 1 HP. Ignite does come in. And Eli is able to secure 2 kills. 3 kills. And there you go. That's a Xayah double kill coming in with an Essence Reaver. She did burn Flash. Heal was not up, but they were able to land a binding onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn stepped up way too far without Flash, without anything, and she was punished very, very dearly.
Yeah, aggressively, and like the whole team was punished there, and it's like those 3 being dropped,
looks
and
like
Gragas going in hard.
Misses Flash.
A little
He does
much.
have someone to make sure that he doesn't die.
But on the backside, Olaf
was able to come in and clean up the kills. Gragas is standing a little bit too far. Vladimir is going to be able to use his pull and get out safely, but very, very aggressive from the Gragas.
Yeah.
Missing his Flash body slam. And even coming in further, but Stopwatch was able to come in and almost save him, but it didn't really. Xayah does get killed in the backhand by the Olaf coming in from the backside. They are going to be able to take this tower, though. Xayah is dead, so they will be able to trade that back. So that's really, really good for them. The fact that Xayah did die and a lot of gold did come through.
Having Olaf and the Caitlyn as strong, like, and the Kale, like, there's strong tower hitters that's going on right here. Like, you're gonna. If
she is behind though. She's very behind. She still does not have an item. She is working through the rapid fire cannon and the IE. She has more CS than the Xayah. Xayah has a completed full Essence Reaver built, and she's probably gonna go for rapid fire cannon. What I believe.
3 kills will help you with that.
Yeah. And Morgana does have a very, very early Zanya, so if she really does want to, her flash is gonna be coming up very soon. If she does want to, she can flash in an ulti, and with the Zanyas already being prepared, she can disrupt a lot of the engage that they do have. It is relatively close at the moment. I would say that if there was going to be a difference, it would have to be probably top lane is probably going to have to break out soon. If Shen does come and ulti, Shen does come and ulti in and save the Xayah from a crucial play, that'll be really good. And if the Kale is able to put an ulti onto the Olaf, and Olaf is able to dive into the backline and kill the Xayah quickly and fast enough before she even gets her ulti out, then that will be amazing. So we'll see what the Gragas is. The Gragas and the top lane will probably be able to do.
Yeah,
with their
and it's actually like really interesting because now, because like that Morg shield really good, but you know Olaf isn't bringing CC at you. He's just gonna hit you as hard as he goddamn can, which that's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So and neither will the Q, or the Morgana ult. So it's really like it's down to Shen to like save the Xayah in those scenarios if Olaf is bursting through.
Yeah. Looks like they are skirmishing over the over vision control at the moment. I would have assumed that they could as long as they're able to have the good vision control. A lot of bindings coming in from the Morgana, just hitting every single binding possible. If she does hit one more, Noxia will for sure be able to die. Pink Warriors are coming in. and Olaf is going to be able to step right in through, because if he does get bind, he can just ulti Ragnarok
This
right
is what
out of
Olaf
it. Eli
does.
is
He's
stepping a little
thug.
bit too forward.
The man is going to thug.
Is able to actually kill off the Karma. Kale ulti does come in. Olaf in the backline be able to kill off the Xayah.
Oh, yeah.
Shen
He's
is
going.
tanking too much of the damage, but Vladimir is not able to do much. LeBlanc is trying to kill off the Gragas. Vladisem doesn't come in for the Gragas.
Oh
is
my
not able to
God.
secure the kill. Kale still is not dying. Vladimir does flash up, but still dies to the Caitlyn ulti. Coming in,
And we're seeing the plan come to fruition.
Yeah, I felt like Xayah stepped in a little bit too far. She was able to secure a kill onto the Karma, but was not able to fully commit and to kill everybody off.
Well, like Olaf did the full Hulk Hogan point
Yeah, that's what
Xayah, and it's like, you.
Kale was able to use her ulti, Divine Judgment, onto. She was able to use Divine Judgment onto Olaf's ulti Ragnarok, and be able to, as I said before, the Kale Olaf ulti. Kale Olaf combo is extremely gruesome to deal with, because Olaf is running at you with immunity, and the fact that he can't die on top of it is just really good. They are going to be able to secure Ocean Dragon on top of this. Is going to be really good for Olaf in his healing and his passive, and Kale with the Gunblade and the sustain that Karma will be able to come in.
It's a nice addition.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So very even coming up at it, but Vladimir was not able to do as much as he could. He did, unfortunately, expend his flash.
What was going on in like the background that like we kind of didn't see, with LeBlanc kind of being like tricky and like kind of messing around with the Gragas and stuff, that meant that a lot of his disruption like just didn't happen, and Vlad was in a weird position because he's like, who do I try and kill?
Yeah. He did land his ulti onto 2 people. However, he wasn't able to secure anything off of it. It's not affect Vladimir by any chance. He's actually going a very slow Vladimir build. In my experience playing Vladimir, I usually don't rush Proto Build at all, actually. Even in a LeBlanc matchup, I truly believe that if you are going to play Vladimir is supposed to build like Rabadon, Spellbinder, and still, scale into that.
Do you think that the Proto Belt though is
it's good for
escape from the the Olaf run?
Yeah, it is. It's 100% good. The only thing that I would say that is bad about the Proto Belt for Vladimir is if Vladimir does have Rabadons and Spellbinder and Void Staff, he'll be able to do more damage. Right now that he has if now that he has Proto Belt and Merc Treads, he'll be able to get off the CC. He'll be able to get out of the CC that LeBlanc is able to provide with the chains, but he's not going to have enough damage to kill. He took the more slow route, and if he wanted to right now, if he wanted to scale a little bit further and faster, he can go for a Proto Belt and Morello Domicon. I think he is going for a Banshees at the moment, so that he's making sure that LeBlanc doesn't hit the chains. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's going to come out with the Banshees. If he really did want to, he would have probably went for Morello's to provide a little bit more damage and reduce the healing that Olaf comes in when he ults in, uses his Ragnarok to try and kill everybody off. But
as well as like the Kale heals, the
Kale heals, the Olaf passive, and the Karma shield's coming up on top of it, and the healing that Karma is able to provide. If Morello Nomicon would actually be really good right now. I don't think he'll be opting for the Morello Nomicon. I feel like he's going to go for Banshees or Zhonya's, depending on which way he will see. Lawanda's Destruction now is not going to get caught just yet. Kale is side laning into the bot lane right now. Shen is going to be trying to answer for the Kale.
Man, that's spooky, seeing the LeBlanc go in there with like the just like with the bind and everything, like nearly actually got bound on the offside there too. It's if someone gets hit by a binding, they're almost sure going to be dead. No cleanses, and Kaylin is not a mobile champion by any means. If she does get hit by a binding, she will more for sure die. Yeah. So we'll see. Shen is on the Shen is bot with TP with ulti prepared. If Kaylin does able to go in, there we go.
Kale ulti and ulti coming in. Vladimir is on the back line, being able to ult everybody. Kale ulti does come in for the Caitlyn, and Vladimir isn't able to kill off anybody.
And Olaf
Shen does secure a kill
down
onto Olaf. And LeBlanc is binded up, but not able to secure a kill onto the Morgana. Shen is running for his life. He does have flash if he does.
Speaking of running for your life, LeBlanc jumping around the binding.
Distortion does come in, and with the Magic Salis or Magic Silas. I'm assuming that's what the term is for Q. Yeah. Magil Silas, her Q, secures the kill onto the Morgana.
Isn't it called Sigil?
Sigil Malice. Like,
yeah.
It's hard to say
because she got like a whole new kit and stuff like that. I wasn't like particularly up with that. So I was
it's a mark. I'm pretty sure it's called Sigil of Malice. I'm pretty sure
it's the LeBlanc mark.
Yeah, LeBlanc Q coming in. It's a mark. She hits the mark and then kills off. But as we saw, Vladimir was able to actually ult onto the Kaylin and to the Karma. But Kale ulti does come in and save save Caitlyn.
And you can see the difference there because Olaf wasn't able to really be as dominant as otherwise. With Xayah being able to flash over, he still couldn't even fight the Shen afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like, you could see the difference, like, so clearly within the fight where it's like when that Kayle ult isn't on the Olaf, like, how entirely different the fight goes.
Yeah. So, it is, Eli has been stepping very, very forward, very, very aggressively. And so is Caitlyn actually she dashed into a Xayah, saying like, hey, listen, the Xayah's caught out. We're going to go in right now.
Yeah.
So and she did, and she did kill off Morgana, but wasn't able to do anything else afterwards. So
still, like, that's like a really nice addition for like when you're like in the 4-kill range and like all you really got to your name was like a CS that's rapidly kind of like closing in.
Yeah.
Having just that one extra kill, like that's gonna like help you like close that gap real quick.
Yeah.
So. It's good, and Olaf comes in with the steal.
Is able to secure the blue buff, smites it away. Vladimir does pull away.
I thought they were going to go further in on that. I'm like, you're
they
Olaf,
could
you're
have, but I
LeBlanc.
didn't think they wanted to extend any further. They didn't have any vision of anybody else that was there. They are going to go for they're going to pale away and go for the Mountain Dragon. Baron is going to be spawning. Sorry, not spawning. I'm pretty sure it is there at the moment. If they do want to take it, so
that would. Well, it seems like they're all moving kind of top ways, at least hitting up mid.
With the LeBlanc, she has to go bot lane and side lane and answer for the Vladimir and make sure that he doesn't scale into his Rabadons and his Void Staff. So she will be down there. The only problem is that she doesn't have a TP, but Vladimir does. So Vladimir does have that global pressure, so he can go bot lane and he can side lane and make sure that he gets a lot of CS so he can start farming up and being like the monster that Vladimir
really
is.
Aggressive.
Kayle is. Gunblade does come out, autos and autos and autos
and flash, and it just keeps happening.
Kills off the Shen,
Kayle, baby.
chases him down and executes him. No problem. Flash for flash. With that death, I'm pretty sure uOttawa will be able to say, hey, Shen is dead. We should probably go for this Baron. So they are going to be clearing out the vision at the moment. And if they are able to with Shen being dead without Shen.
There's
Shen
the pick,
ulti,
though.
It does
Boom,
look
boom,
like
boom.
LeBlanc completely assassinates the Xayah. Xayah was not paying attention whatsoever. It's for the LeBlanc assassination coming in. If Gragas does have to steal this away, he does have Flash, he does have Predator. He does pop the Predator. LeBlanc in the back
right now.
You got to be zoning off the Gragas, making sure he can't steal it. Body Slam does come in, but
by zoning you mean killing, right?
Yeah, it's zoning and killing off the Gragas. Even though that was very, very poorly done from the Xayah and the Gragas both too. Xayah getting caught out.
You can forgive the Xayah because you're like, all right, there's not any vision.
Yeah, she was out of vision. She wasn't. I'm pretty sure she wasn't on her porch. She was looking at the Baron actually. Yeah. And so, but my only problem is that she saw. If you knew you were gonna get caught and your damage was coming onto you, you could have at least ulted away with the LeBlanc sigil coming in with the mark.
Yeah,
but he didn't do that.
Silence kicked off. Yes.
He didn't do that whatsoever. He just completely let her kill him, and. Now they're going to be able to push down mid, and again, I would hope will be an inhibitor. Gragas still has all his sums. Xayah does have an ulti as well. If she does have it, she did not use it when she got killed. Yeah, with the Baron push, Kayle is a lot of damage coming up to the Kayle. Gunblade of Vladimir coming in with the black line. Tides of blood coming in. And he is not able to kill anybody else. Looks like the Kayle is going to be able to ulti onto the Olaf with the Ragnarok. I'm not going to die just yet. Going to survive a few minutes longer so that he can secure the win for himself. And with this, LeBlanc comes in and completely shuts down the Xayah, stepping up way too forward. It's just Gragas and Shen coming in.
Shen going in, the legend.
Gragas Casket coming in. Flash kills. Is he going to be the last hope, the last remaining survivor? Shen ulti does come in. Make sure he doesn't kill the
and jumps in front too.
But I don't think it'll matter. Caitlyn and Kayle will be able to secure and end the game. uOttawa, first win.
Yeah, that's the first win in a very convincing format.
Yeah, 100%. 7-0 onto the Kayle.
Yeah.
Completely, the damage was completely unexpected. Completely just went onto the Morgana, bursted her down, killed her. 100%. Wow.
Yeah, and even like despite the problems in the bot lane for uOttawa, they kind of managed to move around that, and you kind of honestly seen Caitlyn at the end there being like, "I'll just put my body on the line. It doesn't really mean much. Like, we're gonna be able to get some kills, and if we get some good team fights, things are gonna be good." So yeah, that's the first game going on, and to remind everyone, this is gonna be best of 3. this week. So we're going to be going back into picks and bans pretty soon. But like, what like it feels like Ottawa U had like their plan set up, and even with the sort of like rocky starting that they were having, they managed to get through. But on the other side, the sort of slow play that didn't come together like totally to fruition. So, what would you like to see more from old SWL?
They should have extended their advantages better. To be honest, as a team, Caitlyn and Karma completely got dominated. They got hit by multiple bindings. Caitlyn didn't have cleanse to get out of any bindings that Morgana was able to put through. Caitlyn died multiple times. They bot lane completely and utterly lost. But I felt like this game was majorly decided by top lane.
Yeah.
Kale
Top
scaled
lane and jungle. I mean,
yeah, I would say Kale scaled extremely well. She was able to get multiple solo kills onto the Shen in the mid game and be able to kill him off and extend her advantage. She was, as you saw, she one shot of the Morgana that it was just surprising burst damage.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that coming either. So
it was like I honestly sat there and I'm like, oh cool, the LeBlanc's there, and I go, oh, no wait, that's the Kale.
yeah,
That's the Kale.
That's it. That is the Kale that is coming in to kill kill the Morgana off in the last fight. Gragas did have an amazing last dying performance, at least. That was able to hit the casket, kill off the Olaf, a flash body slam to kill off Kale. Not Kale. To kill off LeBlanc. To kill off LeBlanc and the Olaf. But unfortunately, Kale and Caitlyn were able to secure the Nexus and secure themselves a win.
And if you want to be seeing some more action there, make sure to stay on here. We're going to be coming back. There's going to be just a little bit of a break, and we'll be seeing you for game number 2.
Game number 2
very soon.
Don't go away.
villainous is what I be. I like to dress my best and revenge is looking good on me. I be suiting up my whole team. I really hope you know we ain't here to treat you kindly. I live with the intent to build a dynasty. Be my right hand, this is yours far as the eyes can see. Don't need a watch to be icy. With me on your wrist instead of your ex, who the fuck is she? Get your current out the way, let me do what I do best and put them all to shame. Turn the center of your attention into a sad thing. Once I step into the picture, no one else is in the frame. Once I step into the room, all the tongues are on my name. All the eyes are on my body, all the awes on their face. All the haters in these bitches and wanna take my place. But my man is just like yours, he can't take his eyes off me. You got the sun in your eyes, you belong in my skies. Don't you dare look away. Thought I was on my feet, but when you turn back, I don't know what to say.
Stuck on your hips, catching my pride, I'ma try not to trip. Shit, and if I tighten my grip, it's cause I need you here, I just can't let you slip.
I forget how to speak, because I don't know your name. Maybe if I did, then I know what I'd be saying. Tawagan mo na lang ako sa telepono, yeah. Ako ay yeah.
I ain't gotta talk, girl, just listen. The way you walk, got my heart jumping and skipping. You're a smooth criminal. The way you move got me looking like a fool grinning. Head over heels, I got the symptoms. You're too divine, you're aligned with my visions. Girl, you too fine, go away. I fight for your love.
And welcome back to game number 2 between uOttawa and Old Swole. I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the sponsors for the Click League circuit. We're going to be giving a shout out to Desjardins UI U.ITV. I don't remember exactly how to say that. Ottawa Zine, EC Ottawa Zine. My bad. I think Zine like magazine because yeah. Anyways, Ottawa Zine, as it was corrected. EC Education, Giant Panda, and Ottawa International Education Consulting. Now back to the game. We saw one humdinger of a match. If you don't know what humdinger means, neither do I, but it sounded like the right word at the time. And we're going to be going back to some replays, some major moments here that we're seeing that critical binding slowed everything down and get some major kills. And this was kind of like a
Ain't gotta hide. You see me and think wifey. Ain't my fault your girls see it too and wanna wife me.
Fitted white shirt, but I came to fuck it up. Act like you ain't see me, but I see you sup. Buttercup, young flex guy. Know I got the such and such. I when I arrive, you ain't even gotta ever touch. You want a dynasty? Come along and down with me. You could be my rib, this is your fault, so I can see. Don't look away, I catch you in frame. Young boy spit game. I'm just trying to know your name.
You got the sun in your
This is Zaya. Make sure she can just ends the game completely right there. And the Gragas does do a good job of killing off the LeBlanc.
Yeah, not before the taunt and casket come through to get the kill. And then this is what we were talking about, the dash and flash.
Coming in for the Gragas. But it didn't matter because Caitlyn and Kale both... Shen ulti does come through so that he can make sure that the Gragas does stay alive.
Oh yeah, I love this. He jumps in front, like almost like presidential style.
Yeah.
Like,
but
stops the
sadly,
bullet.
uOttawa was able to come in with the win.
Yeah,
Shen
there's
does flash in and taunt.
yeah, and those are the final moments, but not the final moments for this entire series. And we're going to see if that replay is going to kind of be indicative of what we're going into right now for the picks and bans. So going in, nothing's been picked and banned, but do you think that you actually try and deny that Olaf? Well, I mean, like, that makes sense, like Pantheon ban, but, like, do you think that you actually ban based upon the last game, or do you let that slide going, hey, maybe we can just pick a better comp or play our comp a little bit better?
I'd say Kale and Olaf are very, very so they are going
there we go.
they are going to ban away the kills, so they don't want to deal with it. They have opted to go for the blue side for the first pick. So Old Swole will be on the blue side, and uOttawa will be on the red side. They are going to ban away the kill so that the Digital Lotus doesn't have that kill. But however, Renekton is still an option. They are going to ban away ADCs as well, Kaisa and Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's definitely like a target ban at this point.
Towards Eli.
Yeah, even though like he wasn't like a major player in how like the win sort of came about.
Yeah.
Still having that bot line being a little like the bot lane being a little bit more sort of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Feels like a good choice.
We'll see what they ban next. Yeah, so they do come in with their Renekton ban because Digital Lotus plays Renekton. He played a very, very clean Renekton. They're going to come in with a complete Xayah ban too, so they can steal away. Make sure they don't first pick the Xayah.
That's some ADC hate.
Yeah, I'd say. Rakan is still on the board if they do want to take about it. I wouldn't assume people would take Rakan if Xayah is also banned. So they are going with the triple ADC ban towards Eli, and they are going to go with full top laner banners with Digital Lotus banning away Pantheon.
Well, like Pantheon's just like a
staple.
General
banned Renekton and Kayle. So Syndra is open. They banned Syndra last time. Syndra is still open if they do want to pick Syndra open.
Yeah, and
he is
allowing
with
Elise
Swain.
and Swain.
I haven't actually seen a lot of Swain nowadays, especially playing in normals and solo queue.
I think there was a single Swain that got played yesterday. I don't remember exactly for what team.
It was for Sakura. Sakura, yeah.
Yeah.
Sakura's top laner, Eric Tang. He picked out the Swain and played very, very well, solo killing his opponent Quinn twice.
Yeah, and you wouldn't like sort of expect that particularly because Quinn can play pretty safe.
Yeah.
But you get tagged, and we see a Lucian come in. That's I think like further restricting the ADC, so now you can like really sort of narrow in on what you want your bot lane to look like.
100%. I would assume that Eli has 4 options taken away from him already. I don't know what they're gonna pick. If there only other ADCs that I would assume are gonna be open are Tristana. Tristana is still really good. Yeah,
there's the Trist.
Tristana coming in as an ADC. And if they do want to go for a support, Tristana and Braum could be an option if they do want to go for that. Tristana Braum is still very, very solid. Take away from the Lucian Braum.
It's the Pike.
The Pike. Ooh. Death below.
That's right. Oh,
Death
man.
from below. Looks like Pike will be...
can, like, people can drown anywhere.
Yeah. If Pike gets ahead, it'll be...
That's gonna be rough. We're seeing the Olaf coming on the other side.
Looks like they didn't opt for the. They thought the Kayle was the problem, not the Olaf. So they are gonna pick the Olaf again. So no
Let's
Kayle
test
though.
that theory.
Yeah. No Kayle Olaf combo. Karma is still open. So I would assume if I was red side right now that they need to ban top laners and mid laners.
And that's
so
what they're doing.
They did ban away the GP for one. So. Morgana does come in for a ban too. I would assume if you wanted to ban another top laner to restrict the pool even further, Aatrox can be a ban too.
But like I don't know about like that's like I don't see an Aatrox coming out for Old Swole like with this lineup that we're seeing already. Like I don't see how that would like add into the sort of like Olaf like sort of comp that's going in. Like you already have 2 guys that like want to rush in. Do you really want Aatrox also jumping in on top of that, or do you want something with just like a little bit more CC and kind of like stabilization of the fight?
Yeah. So far, it's extremely aggressive. Also, Tristana could be flexed 3 ways actually.
Oh, of course.
She could be flexed top lane, mid lane, and she could be flexed top lane, mid lane, and ADC if they truly do want to go for that.
Yeah.
They are gonna ban away the Gangplank, Shen, Zoe, and Morgana. So Morgana is probably like the most obvious ban if you're gonna be playing Pike.
That's a respect pick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So yeah, that's a respect ban coming in through there. If they do want, they still have their mid laner to pick. So let's see what they blind pick here. They are gonna go with the. Well, yeah, they're gonna lock in the LeBlanc.
Okay. And like LeBlanc did like really good last game, so.
Yeah, but why not pick it? Yeah, why not pick the LeBlanc again? Except I'm pretty sure, yeah. So if he does want to pick, if Periodo again, he played Vladimir last game. If he does want to pick Vladimir again into LeBlanc, he can. LeBlanc has been blind picked, so we'll see what the answer is. Camille is an answer to the Swain, and this should be the mid laner pick. Yeah, it should be whatever he wants.
A lot of different things. Looking at the Ari.
Yes.
I kind of like that though because
yes, my champion.
As will.
I play so much Ari. Like I have.
I'm a jungler, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, whatever. You can have.
Every time I see an Ari player, it's either like I always like criticize him so hard because that champion got me to Grandmaster, so it's like I don't know. Like I love that champion so much when I see here play. I want to like I don't want to like I want to go in and be like this Ari is like I want to.
It's Mao Kai.
But yeah, looks like it is going to be
Okay.
not a Swain top lane, and instead it's going to be a Maokai.
Let's go. I love that tree.
I'm assuming they're going to be going for a style which they're going to say, you know what, we're going to pick a tank, and for the Camille, we're going to neutralize top lane for the early game, and we're going to have a very very early aggression style coming in for Old Soul. Old Soul does have a Tristana. Elise is an early aggressive jungler. Ari coming in if she does go for the Glacial Augment, and Pike coming in. So I don't think they.
What's the bot lane for Old Swole?
Tristana.
I mean UO. Yeah, I mean UO.
I feel like
it's Lucian
Swain.
Swain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucian Swain is going to be. Lucian Swain is. I actually don't have like a.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird.
It's a weird one.
Because it's good. If Swain lands his hook or if his roots, Lucian will be able to get a lot of damage off. A better combo would have been Lucian and Braum. So
Yeah, I'm surprised like there's actually no Braun coming in. Like when you have Trist and
Braum is very good. Braum
Yeah.
as a champion with Lucian is really really good because the Lucian Braum combo has been something standard.
Well, it's almost like Riot Police style, where you got the shield in front and you're firing on behind it.
So the Lucian Braum has always been a standard in pro play. I feel it's been a standard for such a long time that a lot of people have taken advantage of the Lucian Braum for a really long time. As just in general, people have picked Tristana as a flex top mid and ADC in pro play. We saw. Tristana played by Faker in his debut game into Worlds, go on 9-0 on the Tristana mid, so that can be played mid.
Yeah, hopscotch Tristana, where it's just a pentakill is just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah. So we'll see. For me, I felt like this uOttawa is still, or not uOttawa, Old Soul is still going for the last game they did scale. Like they slowed it down. They went Shen, Gragas, Vladimir, and Morgana and Xayah. And now they're going for Pike, Camille, Elise, and Tristana. They're going for straight dive. So they said, you know what? We're abandoning our soul style. You guys want to play fast? We'll play fast.
Yeah, that's right. That's basically like it was tortoise on the hare, and like the tortoise is like, you know, this is dumb. Strap some rocket boosters to its back, like a little bit of knots, and just like, we'll keep up. Let's make this thing happen.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure now Old Soul has finally understood, like, okay, you guys are playing fast. We're going to play fast as well. We're going to be picking the Pike, the Camille, the Elise, and we're going to get some early ganks, early roams happening, and we're going to be able to accelerate the game even faster than our old comp. Because I'm pretty sure their old comp would have worked. I'm not saying it didn't.
And like it was literally just down to like some in-game decisions that's going on there, and just like how some team fights played out. And like I think that's all it was like. It was down to like they have like at the pick and ban, things made sense.
Yeah,
it's when you got into the game proper that like no plan lasts like 2 seconds when you meet up with the enemy.
They had the early advantage when they even had the scaling comp, but now I'm pretty sure they're recognizing that it's not effective versus uOttawa. They play a fast and aggressive style. And I'm pretty sure they're realizing let's respect. It's like, you guys play fast, we'll play fast as well, you know. So
that's the idea, and it's also like they basically gave him room to play fast. They're saying like, I wonder if we restrict that room, like, because if we're gonna play fast, we're gonna be like coming at you just as hard as you're gonna coming at us. Let's see if you crack. Let's see like how that whole thing's gonna go there, because your offense is on top. Let's see how your defense is doing.
Yeah, we'll see how. We'll see how it goes 100%. I would love to see some early aggression coming in from both teams, as we saw. Probably another invade.
Oh, you're going to.
Probably another invade. It looks like Ari does opt in for not the Glacial Augment, but she does opt in for the more damage-oriented style versus LeBlanc. That matchup is actually very bad for Ari at the early levels. LeBlanc has the advantage early, and if Ari is able to select, or not select, if Ari is able to charm into LeBlanc distortion and interrupt her dash, Ahri can kill LeBlanc very easily. But even then, the bad part about the matchup is Ahri actually doesn't...
2 seconds.
Okay.
There we go.
I was gonna...
Oh, you're going to move everything around. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's on you. Anyways, we're seeing everyone going down bot. Ooh, this is going to get quirky. Okay, so we're seeing the bot side invade. And everyone's kind of spread out sensibly for uOttawa. And the only thing that we're going to be seeing is a Triss that's going to hightail it, pop some emotes, and just kind of get out. There was a part of me that was saying, I'm like, oh, you can get a chip attack in there. Just one.
Yeah.
But, like, no.
I was about to say before, but the Ahri LeBlanc matchup, a lot of people, if they actually play the matchup as Ahri, LeBlanc chain, if Ahri ults, and if LeBlanc chains Ahri and Ahri ults, you're still in the vicinity of LeBlanc chain.
Right.
So
you have to use the second one to at least get out.
Yeah. So
which then can be followed up by the
damage. Yeah,
there's a lot that can be happening.
LeBlanc versus Ahri is bad for Ahri because if she lands chain, you can't ult out of the chain distance. The vicinity of the LeBlanc chain is too big.
Ooh,
looks like Maokai is gonna try and check red buff. He does see that Camille and Elise are gonna be doing the red. He does see that they are on the red. He can't do anything about it though. He has to just let it go. He will probably say to his team like your red is most likely going to be taken, and Olaf will be able to vertical jungle over and do a lot. That is probably the correct play that Olaf will be able to go for. Not much that Maokai could have done either way. He is Maokai. He can't.
Yeah, he's just a tree. He's doing his best.
He can't really like disrupt an Elise and a Camille taking the red buff, and he does. If he dies, he dies. So.
I miss the days of Maokai jungling when you could like stack up all of the. Can you still? Is that still even like effective? Like stacking them up? Yeah, I figured.
Not anymore. Yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever. That I'm like, oh well.
I still love playing Maokai as a tank. As one of my best tanks. If I actually do need to play a tank in solo queue, Maokai is one of my go-tos. If I want to play something that's like Garen or Sion, I do hop over to the Maokai. Maokai is just a very safe pick. Ahri does miss the charm. And Mark does come on, and Electric Q does come in for the LeBlanc.
Yeah, a lot of damage is coming over.
Very good hook from the Pike.
And going in hard. There's the first jump. Nothing to it, though.
Chisana taking with the Ignite. Lucian is not going to be... He looks like the root does come in, but he will not fall just yet. Chisana did burn heal. Pike did burn his Ignite. And Lucian did burn his flash in that exchange. I think that's a relatively good trade.
Yeah, it was
both
a
flashes.
Strong skirmish.
Yeah,
but I think that's gonna have like more advantage for someone for like on the when Pike wants to go in. He now has a lot more chance to just be like isolate, kill. Yeah. But there's Olaf coming down.
Looks like
response.
Olaf does what he does best. As it looks like so he does flash in and Tristana does die. Like an absolute like fraction of that. And and they noticed that because Tristana didn't have heal and Pike didn't have Ignite, they wanted to take that dive, and they did. They made a proactive play and said, hey, Tristana doesn't have heal, Pike doesn't have Ignite, let's dive this and let's see how it goes. And Tristana was already 1 HP.
And that might change the entire matchup now. LeBlanc without a flash, trying to get the sort of like early kill up against Ahri, but nothing to it.
Looks like Maokai is in a good position to... No, he's not going to do anything. LeBlanc does burn the flash to try and kill the Ahri, but I'm pretty sure with an Elise, she'll... LeBlanc will just distortion away. She's not going to... She could have flashed and cocooned.
That's the one thing that was like a potential, but I'm like, that's very bold.
Yeah, you could have, 100%, because LeBlanc didn't have flash. She wouldn't be able to get out, but I don't think Talp had the confidence to... actually do that. I didn't think he wanted to burst... Or I think he was more scared of the cocoon hitting a minion instead of LeBlanc herself.
Yeah.
It's like, Elise is hovering over top lane to see if she could get off a gank with an Elise cocoon. If Maokai steps up a little bit too forward. But
no, Maokai's sitting back. He's going to be playing nice and safe.
Yeah, but if Camille does have it, does look like he is trying to trade with Camille.
Yeah, and a little bit of aggression coming down
Elise
bot.
will be hovering around top lane, going into a bush, staying out of vision. and will probably try and go for a gank. Maokai
that looks like the time. That's the time to go.
This is a good time to.
There it is,
does hit the cocoon, and Maokai does have flash. Is he gonna flash out?
No,
and flash comes in for the Camille.
Ooh, but
this looks like
sneaking
Tristana
up.
dies in the on the backhand for the bot lane. Pyke alone does have flash. Lucian
He's
is
not wanting to use it, but he's gonna have to.
He's gonna have to get out. Sums burned for the Pyke. Tristana does, however, die on the backhand of that. It looks like Maokai is going to be TPing back into the top lane with Olaf going to be coming in for help. Does root up the Elise. Olaf access coming in for the slow. Camille doesn't have flash. Doesn't have any sums to get out. Looks like she's just going to be a walking robot.
Yeah, tried to actually get the tower kill.
Tried maybe some tower platings.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really work out.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, to divide the... although it'd still be counting as a kill for one another. Maybe I'm thinking of Dota stuff. Ooh, I said the forbidden word on a league stream. My bad.
That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, and you saw
does look like LeBlanc does distortion in,
and then
Ignite does come in for the Ari.
Yeah,
LeBlanc
and that
is
really
1 HP. Ari still does not have ulti, so she couldn't have followed up with it. She will be hitting 6 very, very soon. She does hit 6, so she does want to stay around. She could. A little bit trades coming in for the Camille, but looks like Maokai does come in with the ulti. Camille being rooted up, but she doesn't have her E just yet. Grasp
doesn't look like it's going to be
dying
for a kill yet. But gets the root.
Does get the root, has a little bit of healing, but is not going to be able to secure the kill. You're Maokai, you're not a talent, so he's not going to be able to quite kill the Camille just yet. A lot of good trades coming in for the Maokai, though, being able to push Camille away. At least is 1H. Very, very low doing Raptors. Raptors is pushing her away from her camp. Olaf was roaming around to see if he could get a kill onto the Elise. Right now that he probably does know that Elise is probably going to be going back, he's probably going to be securing this dragon. It's relatively free. It should be. LeBlanc does have priority. Mid has prio, bot does have prio as well. Support is back, so this is an absolute free dragon unless Pyke is able to miraculously steal it. But I don't
That's
think
very doubtful what's going on there. Where
so yeah, it will be a
lane.
secured dragon for the Olaf. Elise is going to be walking towards bot lane to see if maybe Olaf is going to be staying. An early air dragon is not that bad. Actually, it's relatively good for an Olaf. It could have been better if it was an Ocean. Looks like he does get the hook onto the Swain.
Right
Lots of damage coming in. Flash Cocoon coming in. Just on jumping in is going to be able to secure the kill onto the Swain. Does have a reset. It jumps back in. Lucian has flash. He's going to use it. You better use it.
But,
he doesn't use it.
Brigade.
Gets hooked and killed. LeBlanc coming in with the answer. Being able to roam the kills off the Tristana chain.
And the flash
ethereal chains locking up the Pyke.
And
Ari coming in as well with the ult.
Body.
Misses the charm completely, but does get the kill on the backhand. The Orb Distortion should be able to kill.
There's no cooldowns left. Like, we're done.
Orb Distortion and Spirit Rush coming in for Ari, being able to kill and secure off that kill. Does have 1 kill under her belt right now. Very good roams coming in from both mid laners. LeBlanc was able to secure 2 kills from that, being able to land an ethereal chain onto the Pyke and be able to make sure that even if he did flash out or if he did eat out, he was still dead and out and killed.
Yep.
So very, very good from that. Unfortunately, Tristana wasn't able to actually do much. She got 1 kill and then she had to die on the back end of that. So Lucian's still up about 20 CS over the Tristana at the moment. And Ari is looking to stay in the bot lane. Swain is making sure she doesn't back. Olaf is still in the top side if he ever actually wants to do something. Very good disruption from the Maokai. I don't think he's going to be wanting any more.
Yeah, very doubtful. Like, I mean, he's really going to want to actually, like, stabilize that lane because he's behind on the CS. And Camille is, like,
looks like he's
really
still,
hard to
he doesn't want to stabilize. He wants to keep fighting. And so, yeah, Camille does go back in. She does have the ult. She's probably not going to pop it just yet. A lot of damage coming in for the Maokai, though.
He needed that, like, to actually just kind of, like, push him off. But, like, the problem is that every time they push him off, the wave then goes back. You have that Tiamat that comes there. Camille, like, is able to heal back up and be totally fine. Like, I don't think Maokai's ever actually pushed her out of lane thus far.
Yeah. So it's been, even if Camille does have the pressure of, like, Tiamat, Maokai is still being a tank and doing what he loves best. It looks like they're going to look for
he's going to be tanking.
Old Camille coming in through, but it's going to be a very easy and secured kill for the Olaf. Very, very clean dive. Maokai doesn't have to expend flash Lots of planes are going to be going through. 20-second death timer for the Camille, so they'll probably be able to take 1 or more 2 plates, at least on the bot side. She's not going to be able to respond. No dragons to take whatsoever as well. Mid does have prio, is pushed up.
Oh, here we go.
Charm
There's the
does
chain.
miss. Chain lands for the
Second.
LeBlanc. Marker comes in. Ari does I'm pretty sure she does have ulti. I don't think she does use it. Mark does come in.
And we're considering. There's that distortion.
She will not pursue any further. We'll take the ulti from the Ahri, make sure that goes on cooldown. So almost a minute of a cooldown coming in for the Ahri ulti. That was actually very detrimental that the Ahri missed her charm onto the LeBlanc.
Yeah.
And so she had to use her ulti for it. Now, Ahri is not able to actually roam anymore. She has no more pressure. She has to either stay or play passive. And we'll see if the Elise is coming in for a gank with the LeBlanc, but she won't be able to find anything
Nah, they're
just
just going to
yet.
kind of like fade away on that. And as you said, there's like such like a high skill like matchup, the Ahri LeBlanc one, where it's like it can go sort of either way. It's like who just lands the CC first.
Yeah.
Where usually Ahri has like the ability to kind of like just kind of get out of that with her ult there, but no dice with the LeBlanc. So very sort of it can go feast or famine, but right now they're kind of just because of the LeBlanc roaming at the right times, getting a little bit ahead on that.
Yeah. It does look like with now that Ahri doesn't have ulti, a lot of options are going to be limited, but it looks like a fight will be done in the bot lane, and
Looks
Pyke
like a
all
dead
just
Swain.
barely misses, but is able to secure the kill onto Death from below, be able to secure a little bit of gold onto the Swain. Very clean hook, very clean stun coming in from the Pyke. Swain does die. Pyke does miss his ulti, but he is able to get the
And he's
kill.
going in for more.
And is
Gets the
able,
catch.
and Lucian dashes in right into the Pyke hook.
Unfortunate. But
He does dash into the hook, but does not get punished for it whatsoever.
he
Just
gets
not
punished enough by like a little bit of damage. Not
Yeah.
a kill on that, and like Pyke's gonna get back that HP really soon, and Maokai's gonna continue the fight. So Camille's gonna hook away.
Yeah, it does look like they're doing the same strat as they did last game, where they poured everything into the top lane. And it does look like a fight is coming in mid, but yeah, they're going to be able to
the right
use.
place to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
Maokai's been doing a bang-up job.
It looks like
and,
the jungle has been doing this. Olaf has been doing a lot of work in his macro and his objective control with the Herald. Looks like because Olaf just stepped a little bit too further. Ahri does not have
wow.
ulti. Goes back in. I don't think he wants to go back in.
Oh, and the spider comes
Elise
with the
comes
bomb.
back down. Must feel really bad.
Wow.
Triumph comes in at the last second and kills all of the Elise. That must feel really bad.
I like the slow Maokai
Triumph-
ult that's
yeah.
like, come on, please get there, like, but nothing to it.
Triumph just comes in just at the right time to kill. To heal up the Olaf just a bit so he doesn't die. Flash-
Okay.
Oh,
And there we
Ahri
go,
with
there's
an
the
amazing charm with the prediction. I'm okay. Well,
Yeah, no, we're in there.
Style points coming in from the Ahri. Okay, I see you.
There's that like high skill that we were like kind of like talking about. Like you got to have the reaction, but there's stuff
I
going
feel
on.
like LeBlanc screwed that up just a bit because she flashed and then waited a second
Yeah,
to
there was
cast
that
her
little
abilities.
moment.
So if she wanted to, she could have done a little bit faster. But it looks like a fight will be coming out the bot lane. Hook does on the land to the Pyke.
Oh, but there's
Elise. Elise has come in.
Playing
Lucian has
spoiler.
flashed forward, but is not able
There's
to get
one
the kill.
jump.
Pyke is all misses.
Oh, there's
Cocoon
two
misses
jumps.
completely too.
There's number 2.
There you go. And is
nothing
able
for
to
number
secure a
3.
kill onto Lucian.
And
to
everyone
the Swain.
lives.
Everyone lives. Lucian flashes in, is not able to get the kill. Swain flashes in, is not able to get anything either. TP does come in for the Maokai and for the Camille as well, but Tristana is able to walk away with that, with very, very happily coming in with the kill. from
Yeah,
that,
and you
so.
got to be worried about like a Tristana that's kind of like scaling as quickly as this is. We're up on the still. There's 3 deaths on there, but you're moving fast. Not as nothing's completed just yet. Over on Lucian side though, we have the BF and the Blade of the Ruined King. So
Very good charm coming in from the Ahri, making sure she could disrupt that. But I feel like for Eli, he will be able to go back and get. Cocoon just barely
Jumping
misses
over.
it. Just does rocket jump inside of Olaf and is able to secure the
Yeah.
kill onto the Olaf. Flash comes in for the Tristana. I don't think they want to take any more, but actually they will be.
Maokai
At
has
least-
tower aggro.
and is able to take
Okay.
the tower and secure the kill onto the Elise farm man. On the bot side, Camille will have a field day top side if she wants to take any more plates for the last remaining seconds.
I just gotta appreciate how this Tristana felt bold enough to jump on an Olaf with
Yeah.
ult, and they
Yeah,
were like,
yeah.
"Yeah, no problem, whatever, I got this."
Yeah, yeah.
The Cocoon is not there, whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like,
Was able to have the confidence to actually jump in and get the kill onto the. Had the confidence to jump in onto an Olaf and kill him off, and they did very much so. So they did kill him off.
Himlof.
Olaf.
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 Kill him.
Kim.
Olaf. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all
okay,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
No. I heard it in my
that a
head.
pun?
I heard the pun in my head, and I'm like, I need to get this through.
No, I don't think it was a. I don't know if that
Make
was
it look
a
so
pun or no.
easy in LCS.
Yeah, they do.
Because there's a fake
amazing
laughter.
ult
here
to
we go.
Spirit Dash and Charm coming in. It completely bursts out.
Yeah, that's not
Swain. Swain does die. Already does ult back in, but it's not going to
Trist
be able to.
running in. Like,
Doesn't
where's
have
the
Charm. Just looking for. Saying like, get me in, coach. Please get me in.
Yeah, that's
I want more
right.
kills. I want to jump in and keep killing people.
That's right. I got my jumping legs on. Got them all ready.
I don't
Oh,
think
man.
he'll. I think they're going to be able to siege mid lane quite well, though. Ari Charm just barely misses onto the Maokai, but Maokai is very beefy. Even if they do land the pike hook, Maokai is still going to be able to walk away.
Yeah, not the main character you want to be really trying to burst.
He should be matching the Camille in the side lane. However, Cocoon does come onto LeBlanc and is able to just barely misses
LeBlanc getting
on the
tricksy.
Pike. Olaf ulti does come in.
And see you
Death
later,
from below
Ari.
does secure the LeBlanc. And
And they're going to secure the pike on the other side. There's Olaf, keeps running.
Olaf does secure a double
kill.
on the Elise and the Ari on the backside of that. Pike ult does secure a kill with Death from below. Does get a little bit of gold from that. Does have a Youmu's completed. However, Olaf was able to kill Ari and the Elise off at the backside of that whole fight. Amazing Cocoon on from the Elise to actually block the Elise the LeBlanc distortion. But Pike's E just barely was off by a few seconds.
Yeah.
That he wasn't able to actually root up the LeBlanc fast enough so they can do that a little bit cleaner. But
yeah, it was like the preemptive Cocoon was so important. Like it kicked off that entire
looks like
that
Camille
entire
will
game.
be
getting
collapsed on.
Yeah, can we get
she
some tricksy?
does have flash
that's
if
a lot
she
of
needs
people.
to use it. Does use the
Kinda
E, does have an
roll
ulti.
around.
What is she going to do? I'm pretty sure she's going to be dead.
Yeah, avoids the Swain
The
CC.
axe does get tagged onto her, but I'm pretty sure
she's
she'll
gonna let
be
it. Space
dead.
creative.
Yeah, she was too far up either way.
Just a bit.
Is able to secure that. LeBlanc does want to find, is going to be in the side lane matching this Justana.
Oh, and getting aggro on it.
A lot of damage
Underway.
coming in. Completely Q, R, and W completely one-shots with the sigil.
Yeah, Trist needs to like take it down a bit. I know you're the big AD carry, but like jumping on the Olaf and that worked.
Yeah, that worked.
Like, but, like, LeBlanc's
Ari does
a
want to
different
try
game.
and find something. She does have ulti. She is gonna ulti forward. Does with the Spirit Dash, but is not gonna be able to find anything. With the Q, doesn't do enough damage.
I'm
though.
surprised didn't actually do the blink back there to actually catch Ari right when she went underneath the tower.
Yeah.
Because like all you had to do is like you have to wait for like the just the shot to come out, and then you pop right there. You could throw the chain because I don't think the chain was thrown that entire time. Like I felt like there was a chance to actually kind of reverse that, but otherwise it wasn't actually coming through there. And right now the game is playing out a little differently. That sort of aggression that you were talking about earlier on seems to be coming to fruition. But right now, I think the scary tale of the tape right now is Olaf's getting beefy.
Yeah, he's gonna. I would assume that his build pathing will be going into Warriors, and then he's gonna go into a Black Cleaver, and then probably for a GA if he actually wants to, or Sterix. I would assume a GA would probably be coming out. Camille still hasn't completed an item 17 minutes in. She does have components. She has a TMS, she has a Fade, she has the Stinger completed. Ari also doesn't have any other items but a Ludens at 17 minutes in, so she's not able to farm all the way. But LeBlanc also doesn't have, she just completed her Ludens.
Yep.
And is probably going to be able going, I would have assumed maybe a Banshees with the Null Magic Mantle. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of like more saying that like what we just watched in the last game was Olaf popping off, going in hard. He did have the Kale to like help that along, but he seems to be right inside of there, just completing the Black Cleaver with the Ionian boots. So like he's gonna be running at folks, and this is an even squishier lineup.
Yeah, I honestly, I felt like I would have loved to see a Merc Treads come out because of the Ari Charm, the Tristana ulti, Pike E.
Why would he need it? He has his ult.
Yeah, that's true. just a lot of CC if he ever does want to dodge it, but I don't think he...
Nah, he's not about
looks
dodging. He's
like
not
Maokai is going to be
face-tanking.
engaging onto the Pike just right now. I don't think it's gonna
Oh,
be
they're
this game.
trying.
Looks
They're
like a
trying
Maokai
hard.
He's going to come in, does flash in, and gets the Pike, and Mixer is able to come in and kill the Pike right off. Camille does
Number
die as
2.
well. Double kill, 7 and 2, coming in from the Olaf.
Big boy.
All it really took was for a Maokai ulti to hook and land on, well, to tag Pike and Camille, both died.
Most importantly, that whole fight was done without the Olaf ult having to be dropped. So there's another fight totally potentially inside the future, like the near future.
Inferno Dragon does come over for red side over here. And for,
That's 2 Infernals.
For uOttawa, so that's really, really good for them. They are able to come in, and 2 Inferno Dragons is still extremely good. With another Inferno Dragon does come up, that's going to be, you have to contest, or else that's probably game over. I would have assumed that if they don't get, if uOttawa doesn't do anything soon,
that's going to be so hard to do, to actually contest the dragon. Like with Olaf being like more than happy to fight, and you also have like, it seems like a team that's better to lock down that sort of small space.
I'm going to cut you off, but it looks like LeBlanc does want to try and find a kill onto the Tristana. Just jump.
And they're out.
Tristana does ulti out and jumps out. What were you saying?
I was just saying that around the Dragon Pit, like since you have Swain and Maokai and stuff like that, if they decide to actually like just, like they can choose whenever they want to do the dragon fight.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really hard for uOttawa to actually like kind of pressure them off, because like Olaf is down to fight. Like Maokai has like that ult that's literally going to be like, guess what, you can't go here.
Yeah.
And if you do, well, you're dead. And then you have the same idea that Swain is another like high pressure zoner that can just be like, hey, I'm going to get a pick. So it's like, it's hard. It feels like it's hard for them to like initiate into them.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's going to be easier for Old SWL to initiate into uOttawa, as it were. So
we'll see. What happens. Looks like LeBlanc does try to distortion onto the Ari, does jump from the back, but does jump back and dies into the Elise. Pikey does come through. Rocket jump comes in for the Maokai. 3 people.
3v1.
3 people. Pike ulti does come in. Death from below does get the kill onto the Maokai, but also Ari dies on the back end of that. She didn't have an ulti. She did have flash, but she was already dead. Lucian came in and secured the kill right then and there. Maokai and LeBlanc both dead, and Ari dying as well.
Yeah, and Olaf is like, he's scheming. He's trying to he's trying to find this.
He does have a stopwatch right now too, so if he does want to, I would have assumed right now he's going to be able to go for Hysterics, complete the Hysterics, and then go for GA. Pike is trying to look for something, does not find anything.
I'll tell you what he did find.
Gets one-shotted. Tristana gets rocket jumps forward and tries to look for something, but nothing. She doesn't. It's not going to be looking for anything. Dies to the Lucian instead. Completely front lines it completely. Camille doesn't come in with a TP.
Oh, they're going in real hard. Here comes the TP on the other side.
TP coming on the other side for the Maokai. They're probably going to be able to re-engage.
Oh, he's running.
Camille comes in with the TP, but she's not going to be able to find anything. It doesn't misses her E. Lucian was able to position correctly, and now they're going to look to Baron.
Yeah, and with like an Olaf like this, it's going to be a real quick Baron, and I don't really see Elise and Ari going to be able to like really stop this. And Camille,
they have to at least trying. They have to try.
They're not contesting it.
If they don't, then
now you can see a little like they're like, this ain't my fight. They're going to want to fight underneath the tower to actually do that, but things are slipping away. Things are looking rough.
Yeah,
let's say that much.
Things are looking very rough for Old SWL at the moment. If they lose this, they will be eliminated out of the tournament. So
no, they're going into losers bracket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is still winner's side.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, they're not eliminated, but they have to go up against whoever wins out of the Sakura and I forgot exactly who they're playing game. But yeah, like so they still have like another match that's coming back that they could. They can make it back, but it's still like, you have to go through that grind. You're gonna have to sit here. You can't just like, go for lunch happy. Yeah. Just like.
I thought that, they will be able to go up against losers. I don't think they will take first or second place though.
They have a chance to.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, because they can still come back through losers finals and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, like this isn't deciding anything just yet. Basically, other than who's gonna be able to get into. Second place.
Ari does ult out, but doesn't have enough damage to tag. Onto Olaf does have.
Oh man, and they're going up real deep.
LeBlanc does distortion in tower, and the bomb does go off, and LeBlanc does die.
Oh, but then Maokai behind. Kind of half and half right here.
Maokai is taking the tower for a really long time. He doesn't really care. He's still almost full HP. Lucian does dash in. LeBlanc died because she got charmed.
Yeah, it looks like a good
Pike hook
charm.
does land. They're able to engage Swain, and
and you can't avoid point and click, and that's what Maokai is going to be doing.
So Swain is able to flash out.
Yeah, he doesn't want it, but
Pike ulti is attempted from below, does secure the kill onto the Swain. However, Pike does die for that. They're not going to be able to do anything else. Inhibitor will be going down with 20-second death timers.
Pressure.
Camille, Tristana, and Pike is just up to
You're
Elise and Ari. They're the last hope
towers.
for this game at the moment. Have HP onto the tower.
There
Elise
goes the
Cocoon
charm.
misses just
There's
slightly.
Elise.
Maokai down to 20% HP. Is able to heal back up to about 30%.
Yeah.
Lucian is able to tank it.
Oh,
The
there's going
towers
to be a
able
lot
to
of
take
damage.
them.
There's going to be really close. They need to get some aggression down.
They have to able to.
They need to stop this.
They have to stop this 100%.
Ari's getting the charge up.
Nexus
Tristana's
towers.
jumping in.
Charm does
there we
come
go.
in
Gets
for
the
Lucian.
kill. Jumping on him. There goes the Maokai. Getting another jump goes through.
Jump comes in, jump comes in. Doesn't
take him out just
so
yet,
much
but this
comes
is gonna
in.
happen. Get
It
the
is gonna
taunt in,
happen,
kill him.
and it's not gonna end the game just yet. But it does seem
It's
like
rough.
they're able to, they will be able to hold on just for a little bit longer. Both Nexus towers are gone. Nexus Nexus itself is at 50% HP. If they truly do want to go for it, they could go for a Mountain Dragon at the moment. The HP bars that they have, Maokai and Olaf and Lucian are all dead. Looks like LeBlanc is going to be able to destroy the kill.
Elise.
She sniffed it. She sniffed it out. She knew what she was planning to do. What she was planning on doing.
Yeah, and we're seeing right here on the totally missed that because of all the action that was actually coming through. But like, yeah, there's a lot that's actually happening right over here. Elise getting taken out. Sort of changed some stuff, but we're gonna try and make some moves.
It does look like, mind you, Camille
just
you cannot
missing the
get
Q.
out. You cannot get out from the Camille ulti unless it is done. And yeah, Camille just dies for that because Storm was there to help.
Like, you can't escape, but you know
you can't escape from me.
The other side also,
you can't escape from me either. So
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
With Swain. With Swain.
Yeah, Swain's here too. Yeah.
Swain's there too. Does look like it's been a really rough game for the Camille. 1-6 at the moment for the Camille. Isn't able to, with the gold deficit that they're at, around 6k gold down.
Yeah, and they got to be thankful that's not one of those one more Infernal Drakes, because that would have made things so rough.
Yeah,
but this is what I was
going to be
talking
engaging on to the whole members of the team. Every low health bars. LeBlanc
and they have to back up. Like, they should... Oh, okay, there we go. There's one kill in the background.
To 1 HP onto the Ari.
Here we go.
Be able to ult in.
Bye-bye.
And the Axe does tag onto the Ari, does execute the Ari. LeBlanc is probably going to be able to kill off the Elise. Not just yet. It does have distortion up in a few seconds. Dodges the cocoon.
Has to.
Goes by the distortion.
Ooh.
Olaf has 1 HP. Rocket jumps forward.
Second
kills
rocket jump.
Olaf. And
just avoids like an auto attack range.
Just avoids it. They're not gonna go down without a fight. If they're gonna fight until the very, very, very end.
Oh, but Maokai
is looking for something. Does get root onto the Camille. Lucian is stunned up, and Death Bubble does not tag just yet, but is able to kill off the Lucian. Maokai still able to deal with the backline,
that's another
but dies.
double kill.
So yeah, that's another Trish double kill coming over. They're not gonna go down without a fight. They're gonna keep fighting and keep fighting.
Man, rapid fire and the
Mortal
the
Reminder
edge.
with the healing reduction.
Yeah.
She is huge.
She's getting real big, and
she's getting real
still
big
has
right
room
now.
to get bigger.
Maokai is engaging very, very hard, but they're not able to have... LeBlanc died already too early, and now they're able to actually come back into the game. But the gold is still about 6k of a difference, even after that fight. However, at the moment, they are able to stop the bleeding a little bit, and they are able to actually come back into the game. So
They're definitely stemming the tide in a good way, and especially because like Trist is surviving through these fights, and that's exactly the person you need to like be getting like really big, really fast, and there's also been like they know that like they understand now that like they want to finish the game. They want that old Swole wants to finish the game. Looking like a potential fight right here. Gets the hook. Elise doesn't want to go on it. But like they want to finish off the game, so they're overextending into stuff, and they know that they're like, we can pull them into our realm, into our game, and we can have the better territory. They still lost the dragon on that, but at the same time, they won the fight. There's these little battles that might twist things, but jumping in hard.
Engaging onto the Pike. Ari does get rooted up, but Death from Below does kill off the LeBlanc, but he does die for his own life. Lisa does die on the backhand. Ari does ulti charm, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and Triss can't carry this
free autoing.
You got to get out.
Was able to ulti the Lucian back. It does rocket jump over Camille, TPing in to make sure she can protect. Tristana is still at half HP. Olaf is able to...
Scary positioning.
Not much you can do. That is probably the end of the game right then and there. Maokai does TP in. Camille, the last survivor of Old Swole.
Might actually get a final kill. Nah, Maokai
does look like this will be the game with all members. Camille cannot do anything but just watch her Nexus blow up. and die.
Goddamn. And that was a
That was
2-0 from uO.
Yeah, that is 2-0 from uO. Very good. That was a very good.
That's just what they pay me for.
Yeah, very good word pun or word. You know, play. Good word play.
I'm just gonna let you go with that one.
Word
See how
play.
long you're gonna go with
Word
that.
play.
Yeah.
Word play. Coming in.
Anyways, we're talking about the word play. We should be talking about this play that's been going on right here over here, and it was another Olaf comp, kind of clean and clear through everything, and Olaf carrying them all the way to victory. Even though Trist kind of had some signs of life at the end, there was not enough, and it seems like a lot of the other team needs to sort of figure out what to do against this sort of Olaf that's coming in, and I wouldn't be surprised if UofO is like, hey, look at this thing that we did. We're not doing it anymore. Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. We forced out the Olaf bans, whatever.
So yeah, I liked the majority of that game. They played very, very aggressive style from the uOttawa side. They opted for the Olaf, and now we'll be looking over at the bracket. At the moment, the old SWL does move on to
losers finals.
Yeah,
going up between whoever won out of Sakura and One Way Gaming, and uOttawa is now cinched inside the grand finals. So they've got a pretty good weight to go on there, so like they can go eat, they can kind of plan things out, talk about what sort of strategy they're coming in for. But I mean, they've been very consistent going through, showing why they're the reigning champions.
Yeah, they did. The defending champions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and yeah, so there's definitely gonna be more to come. So stay tuned. Right now, I'm gonna have to go do an interview on that, and
don't go away.
Hoping to cast with you next time.
More. Yeah.
Yeah.